But it seems after all this time, a lot of you have forgot what it means to be a man. So I'm going to remind you.
Acadians. I thought they were wiped out long ago.
They are the last of their kind. They're skilled assassins, trained for generations in the deadly art.
Trained for generations in the deadly arts. Interesting. Interesting. Deadly arts. Not sports competition. Deadly arts. Combat arts. Deadly arts. Just thought I'd mention that.
Live free. Die well. With his sorcerer at his side, no mortal can defeat Memnon.
Pledge you our blood oath. As long as one of us still breathes, the sorcerer will die.
You've been betrayed, Matthias.
Stand alone before the fury of his armies.
Yes. Battle will begin.
Memnon will stop at nothing. We'll sweep across this land and kill all of you.
But destiny will be fulfilled.
Come for the woman.
And your head. And the legend will be born.
Take your best men. Track him down. Kill him.
It's interesting, you know. It's very interesting how one can use the media to disprove the media. I think a lot of you know damn well what I'm getting at. All the people whose job it is to attempt to intimidate me, or law enforcement who have to, whose job it is to subdue threats to the power structure or the order, the order of people, the law and order, the law of the order of the Illuminati. And so they're like, well, how do we deal with this guy if he decides to fight back? Well, we're going to have to fucking kill him. And so they say, well, take your best men, special weapons and tactics, for instance. Hunt him down and kill him. It's the order from the order. Interesting how that works, isn't it? Do I look moved in the slightest? I want all you females to remember that you betrayed the hero. The only ones who pretend to be interested were far away because they knew that they would never see me. So I could give them the benefit of the doubt. Or I could not. And I won't say what I'm going to do. I'm sure you probably have figured it out. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. You don't truly grasp what it means to be a real man. He said, will you stand alone? Will you stand alone? Will you stand alone against the fury of his armies? I think I've done that, and I'm proud of it. That's why they have all these people in all their little groups. Could they ever stand alone like I have? Would they break a twig? I stand alone in defiance. knowing damn well all their little tricks, knowing damn well all the little risks and the big ones. I stand alone. That really separates me from other targeted individuals. Most targeted individuals aren't political activists. They're somebody who refused somebody for a date, attractive women they want to rape, somebody who made somebody mad, somebody who annoyed somebody, so on and so forth. Here I am, in the most respectable position in the country, the top martial artist, one of the most active political activists. Not many people have over 3,300 videos on YouTube that they made all by themselves. I don't have a crew like Alex Jones does. Have anyone helping me out? I stood alone. I'm not controlled opposition. I don't get paid at all for this. I stood alone. This is all volunteer work. Arguably fucking charity. I stood alone. Now, I don't mean to self-congratulate or whatever you want to call it. Feed my ego. But I think it's very important that you people understand why I deserve the greatest of honors, the most respect. And let's keep in mind, because of my activism, because of me being absolutely correct, I'm gassed. I'm blacklisted and persecuted. And certainly if I entered any, these white social norm pushing tournaments, the judge would be against me. The judges would be against me. They work for the system. They work for the power structure in a roundabout fashion. They work for, whatever it may be, karate, taekwondo. They work for the competition, which in turn is affiliated with secret societies. Do I regret not being in a secret society and knowing the codes of a bunch of Nazi boys? Not for a moment. I'm above them. I'm closer to God than they are. And they know it. They know they're Luciferian dogs and atheists pretending to be Luciferian dogs to reap the rewards. They know together they're cowards, effeminate cowards, collectively. And by myself, I am among the bravest of men, with the most respectable position. And think about this. Why do I say that? Truly grasp why I say that. Because I have the heart to stand alone, persecuted alone. The Panthers didn't even do that. Martin Luther King didn't. You see all the people he was marching with? Malcolm X didn't do that. Don't try to tell me that they stood alone. Don't try to tell me that. Nat Turner didn't even do that. All the people that you've grown to respect and you've heard of, they didn't stand alone. I did. Chukwu Emeka, Horus the Transcendent, Horus the Victorious, Heru the top martial artist. I stood alone and I faced the military, organized crime, gang members, political movements, the governments, intelligence agencies, corrupt law enforcement, corrupt all these groups, big corporations, mental health. I stood alone against the masses of scum. I stood alone, persecuted by the scum of the earth. And where were you all? Where were all you women? All you beautiful, you know how many attractive women there are? Oh, that's right, you were selling out to Satanists, and you want us to respect your judgment when the most respectable man who stood alone, you did not show any love. It's not because I'm ugly, not even because I'm necessarily poor, because I'm not poor per se. I'm probably about average, maybe a little bit below average when it comes to finances. There's no, I'm not some bum. I'm not fucking, minimum wage. What excuse did you really have? Oh, you're conformist trash who aren't people of principle. I don't know about you, but I would prefer people of principle. I would prefer to, be ruled by or to have give leadership positions to people of principle, not conformist dogs. People who will stand for what's right, not people who just trying to do what is white to fit in. I mean, we live in a society where either you're doing what's right or you're doing what's white. Let's face it, it's how it is. We can play stupid about it. We can beat around the bush as if you didn't know that part of white social norms were segregation and discrimination. And it still is. We segregate the political dissidents. Not to mention the cities. I'm not even going to touch on how the cities are divided and where the certain demographics tend to live. I'm not even going to go there because I only have 4 minutes left. But we discriminate against those of us who are right in favor of those of us who are white or who side with the white or who are white by our actions. Because that's what it means to be whitewashed, right? White social norms. If you're whitewashed, and the Jews help determine what that is, white America with the Jews giving you the presentation of what being white is. Being white might not have been so bad fucking 5,000 years ago, but because of the Jews and their coalition with the white secret societies, you're either right or you're white. Are you going to push the right social norms, those given to us by the Holy Father, or the white people? Jesus hid from Herod in Egypt. He spoke Afro-Asiatic. He didn't speak European. He didn't uphold white social norms. In a country that's mostly Christian, and we're upholding white social norms instead of Christian social norms. In a multicultural country where the whites aren't the natives, the native, indigenous people of America. So why white social norms? Oh, that's right, because you people have serious complexes. You're not going to do what's right. Even if it's your own religion isn't white. It has nothing to do with white social norms. But you're not going to do what's right. You're going to do what's white. What's white is to be petty and have little secret societies and do little bitch shit, manipulate shit to have your way. And to say, ha ha, yeah, we do this little bitch shit and, we're cool. We're the little manipulators in the back. We're the puppet masters. And some of you go to war and die for white social norms. The same white social norms that told many of you that you couldn't use the same drinking fountain. You couldn't use the same fucking swimming pool as white people. And in some places you can't, but we won't get into that again. We only have about a minute and 35 seconds. So, what is white versus what is right? I don't know about you, but the people who have oppressed my people the most in the last 400 years at least, I'm not a big fan of doing what they want me to do, especially, particularly, specifically when it is wrong. But that doesn't matter. Because all you women have sold out what is right for what is white, so people like me were just out of luck. So they say. Maybe we're just living in the wrong time. A time where you do what is white. And of course the Jews, the Zionists, the secret society Jews that is, define what is white. And you ever wonder why so many white people take on Buddhism and try to say they're Native Americans and they take on hip hop and reggae? Because even white people know, they do know, that what is white as far as social norms and philosophy is fucking wrong. It is dead wrong. It is painfully wrong. It leads to the death of the spirit, the soul, the loss of decency and humanity. Well, I'm out of time.